Hi everybody, it's Steve Addario. I am the owner and founder of Trades Talk. I have the great fortune of being here with some of my leaders of my team at Addario Services back in Massachusetts. We're at our April event down in Ellijay, Georgia. I'm sitting here right now with my nephew and some of my other people on my staff. And I'm really excited about this event because it's not two of them, this is not their first event. So it's the fifth event, third event, fourth event, okay? So I'm really excited to see the growth. One of my biggest, my top 3 values is, growing others and helping others grow and find what they are looking for out of life. And I'm sitting there right now, going to be watching it front and center, so I'm pretty excited. So right now I'm going to introduce my nephew, Cameron. Cameron, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, Cam. So the question is what are you looking to get from this event? And you've been here how many events?
This is my 3rd proving ground, but in total my fourth event down in Georgia, yeah.
Cool.
I think the main thing for me is becoming a better leader. I've been a leader now in management for a year-ish, probably a year and a few months, and I'm looking to try and, improve leadership and improve motivating others. And I know Brian's been doing it longer than I have, and I've seen him come a long way. He motivated me to come up here. So, just improve my leadership skills and managing others, and it's the main thing.
Well, is there anything you're afraid of at this event?
I mean, the unexpected, I guess. It's always.
When you say unexpected, what do you mean by that?
So, these events come with a lot of surprises, and at home you're in your comfort zone, and you're not comfortable here. It's all unexpected things that you deal with, and you just have to manage them as they come. This is all out of my comfort zone, so just the unexpected and not knowing what's coming,
Cool. If you could tell one person that's going to watch this video why they should consider coming, what would that reason be?
Well, we talked about it earlier. I'm always reluctant to come down, but every time I wrap up at the end, I'm always happy that I came, and I always realize that I've gotten something out of it.
Always.
Every time. It's always a different experience, and then even if a lot of it's the same, I get to perfect, or just, you see how far we've come compared to our first visit and second visit. Yeah, just do it better each time. Yeah. Operate better.
So you're talking about coming multiple times. It's you start to gain a level of mastery. How fast can we get it done? How efficient can we get it done, right?
Yep.
So that's important, right? Especially for you and Brian being leaders in the company, right?
Yeah.
It's about mastery, so that you expand your capacity, so that the day-to-day doesn't exhaust you. You just have capacity to manage it all, whatever comes at you.
Yep.
Cool?
Yep.
All right, man. I appreciate it. I'm excited you're here. All right,
Thanks.
buddy. All right, let's talk to Brandon now. All right, youngster, this is your first event.
This is my first event.
Yeah. Why are you here? Other than the reason we said you were coming.
Because you got a text message on Thursday.
Yeah.
To be honest, I just want to get back into the movement that I used to be back into. I was an athlete before I decided to join in to become a plumber and everything. Mm-hmm. And I moved a lot and everything, and I just want to get back into trying to get into exercise again, and rather than sitting around and playing video games and whatnot, I'd rather just start moving, taking a step forward and just doing things more actively than I used to.
Why is that important to you?
So
you were an athlete before, you said, right?
I was an athlete, yeah.
Right. So what was life like when you were an athlete?
It was great. I mean, I had the energy. I was always happy. Mm-hmm. Like I got to enjoy life better.
Yep.
but you know, like, and I want that back. You know,
You want it back.
I want to get that energy back and everything.
So that's the one thing you're looking for?
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. Are you excited to be here?
I am.
Yeah? A little nervous?
I am, definitely.
Good. You should be. You should be. We'll get you through. Don't worry.
Thank you.
That's why we're a team.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Brandon.
All right, Brian. My guy, Brian, he's been here 5 times. Every time I'm like, hey, we got an event. What does he say? All right, am I in? I'm in. Brian, so you've been to a lot of events. Why do you continue to go to all the events? Like, what, you've been to 5 events. Like, can't you just go to one event and get what you need and then be done in life?
No. The answer to the question, the quick answer is no.
Cool.
Will you get something from every event? Yes. But, like, for the last 7 years, I've been on this journey of self-improvement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, for instance, so yes, this is officially my 5th event. This is my 3rd proving ground, right? And, like, the first proving ground, we could barely get out of our own way, right? Structure, we had no idea what the structure was like. Like, it literally took us all weekend to just figure out how to operate as a team. And the second time around, we got better at that, right? There's a particular evolution that we go through here that we've yet to finish, right? We've started. The first time it was not even close, and we paid for it hard. Chad really made us pay for not completing that evolution the first time around.
Yeah.
Second time around, the punishment for not completing it wasn't as painful, I think partly because Cameron and I happened to be on the same team, and we missed it by 10 minutes or so, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, close but no cigar, right? So we still didn't finish. Like, I was happy to hear that I'm coming because that evolution needs to be finished, and like, it's going to be finished this week. Now, like, all the little stuff that we couldn't get out of our own way from the first event, the second event, most of that, the lessons learned through those 2 events have already, like, we've already hashed it out. We've only been here for an hour and 51 minutes, right? We just got team assignments. We've already figuring out who's swim buddies, who's who, what's the chain of command, and how are we going to operate? How are we going to move from building to building? How are we going to leave a room, right? Because that's the stuff we've been caught up on for the last 2-4 years, right?
Yep.
Now we're going to finish that evolution that we're going to get involved tomorrow, right?
Absolutely.
And like, I'm honored to be here. I always am. I love this place. I love to come back here. But like, there's something that needs to be accomplished every time.
Yeah, it's never done.
And I'm curious to see what, I shouldn't even say this out loud, but like, what am I going to be leaving on the plate this weekend that I have to come back to finish next time?
Yep.
But what needs to be completed? Every time I leave something uncompleted for whatever reason, it's like, it's bigger than the last time. It's bigger than the last time.
Yeah.
Right? And like, I keep coming back because I'm curious to see how big of a situation can I handle. You know what I mean? Where is the limit? I don't know.
You're expanding your capacity,
Yeah.
right? And as your capacity expands, you're given bigger things, right? So like, God will say, when I can trust you with the small, He's going to give you bigger stuff to be trusted with, right? And now you're leading men. We had the first event. You were basically told at the end of that, oh, by the way.
That's what I was going to get into is
Yeah.
like, when I said 7 years ago I started this journey, and I know I've said this in an interview in the past, but like, I've been a student of yours for 7 years now, right?
Thank you.
We somehow our paths aligned, not somehow, I think it was done by intention.
Yep.
You brought me in, and it's been a path of growth from there. And like, I started as a unlicensed apprentice, got my apprentice license, got my license, got my master's license, got my license in another state, got to the point where after my first event, like you had said, we got off a plane and I was the service manager, and I'm running the service department of this company, and I was barely a plumber at the time, never mind a leader in business, right? But like, I'm here now as a quiet member of an element on the team to help lead leaders, I think, right?
You're growing your
Because
next set of leaders.
That's my next step.
Yeah.
And I got to start somewhere, and like, you know, that can be an intimidating thing to lead leaders, you know what I mean? Because we're all pretty tough people, you know what I mean? And we're, you know, I don't know. That's what I've been thinking about a lot recently is like my next step, and it's just, let's figure it out.
If you could tell one person that's going to watch this video why they should consider being here, whether it's their first time or their 15th time, what would that one thing be?
I think if you don't know, like, if you're just going through life, living life and you really have no direction or you're trying to figure it out, take part in an event like this. You'll learn a lot about yourself. Maybe everything that you're doing may not be for the greater good, you know what I mean? Like to move forward.
Yep.
You could be making silly decisions and you don't even realize it. You come to a place like this and it just comes to light, you know what I mean? A lot, especially your first, second, even third event, like it's not just physical pain, like there's a lot of like mental pain, like change is painful, but like this is where you come to experience that pain.
Yep.
And then figure out how you can improve it and just practice it when you get home, you know?
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm like so proud that you're here.
Yeah,
And I'm proud to be part of the journey. Like just even in the last 3 years, like just watching you manage and communicate with the guys over the last few days, it's been moving.
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful to have watched you build this, you know, from before when it was a thought in your mind
Yeah.
to making it a thing. I mean, honestly, I started working for you 7 years ago and you had said to me, there's a training in Georgia that I want to take our guys to. I didn't even know what it was at the time. I figured out what it is now.
Yes.
And so like I've known how long it's been a thought in your mind. So like I'm grateful to be here every time I'm here.
And
so
I'm
thank you.
And I am grateful to have you here. You are, I said this earlier, you may not be blood, but you are family.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, brother. All right, Mr. Chris,
What's up?
how are you?
I'm good. How about
Excited?
you? I'm excited.
Event number 2.
Yes, sir.
This is definitely a different event than event number 1.
I'm already I'm already excited to see what's coming.
Yeah. What are you most excited about?
I think my excitement for this is more of to see if I can learn something new for myself. I
Okay.
know on the first one that I did, I learned that I needed to work on some communication stuff. I've been trying to work on it. We'll see on this one to see if I improve on the communication, and maybe some other things pop up and I got more of a clear idea of what else do I got to work on.
One thing I can guarantee is something else always pops up.
Yeah.
Even things you don't expect.
Yeah.
Right? So you're going to come here with an expectation of one thing, and you may get that thing, but you may get 15 other things. Like Brian was saying, it's like, what else am I going to leave with this time that I don't already know about myself? But then all of a sudden it's been like hidden, and then it just comes to light in the midst of one of the evolutions.
Yeah, it's the small things is what gets you, because you would think nothing of it, but then that little thing becomes a bigger issue at the end.
Small things become big things really quick when they stack up on top of each other. So one final question for you is there one thing that if you got on this event that you could take away right now, if there's one thing in your head that you could take home, what would that be? That would make the event the most impactful event for you.
Well, these.
Yeah, right. The one thing, I mean, I'm sure that I'm gonna get more than one thing.
Oh, I'm sure you're gonna get more than one.
but-
We all are. But what's the most? Everybody has a list, right?
Yeah.
And most people don't share that list, right? So like, if you could get that one top thing on the list, that would be like, and you can tell me if you don't want to share it, right? If I could get this one thing, like find my voice, find my leadership. What's that one thing that quietly you just don't tell people? But if you could leave with that this weekend, it'd be worth everything.
Jeez. I think the one thing that I'm gonna say is more. I know I can speak up, but there's some times that I just keep it to myself, deal with it, instead of like trying to speak up on the higher rank of the command. So,
Gotcha.
like for example, at work, instead of having to go to Cam about something, then I'll just try to work it out on my end, even though that I might need help.
Yep.
Trying to figure it out.
Okay.
There is I don't know how to word that.
So I was just going to ask you if you
Yeah.
could sum that up in one
Yeah.
word. What would that one word be? I know Brian knows.
I was spacing out. I missed some of the details.
What's up?
I was spacing out. I missed some
Okay, so
because I have a point.
if I'm hearing you correctly,
Yeah.
it's the confidence to just make the decision.
Not on the confidence of making the decision, because I
Okay.
can make the decision.
Yes.
It's this sending it up the chain of command.
Okay.
Sometimes for me, it gets a little like I don't want to say this because I don't know how they're gonna react to it.
Yeah.
Instead of just sending it and then we'll get a feedback from it. Just wait for the feedback and then, continue forward from there.
Dude, I don't know if I felt the energy
Yeah.
or what, but I just said to you like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I don't care how ridiculous you think your thought may be,
Yeah.
or if you're seeing something, you have to speak it up.
Yeah.
Let the team decide how ridiculous it is or not, because you may have a thought that somebody else isn't thinking that is valuable. You don't think that it means anything to anybody else, but by not bringing it to light is robbing the team of something that may otherwise be valuable.
Yeah.
It's just funny that you said that, because I had already brought it to your attention that it's important that we just over communicate to an extent.
Yeah.
Not inefficiently, but it needs to be communicated.
And you are a squad leader this weekend, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to encourage you to press into that, because if that's what you need, it's going to show up really quick.
Roger.
It's going to show up really quick because now you're responsible for a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you need to speak up to your squad leader, who is Cameron over here, right? So, cool. All right, listen, guys. I appreciate you guys all being here. I am super grateful for you guys allowing me the opportunity to live in my highest value, which is grow others, right? So grow myself is number one, so that I can come back and give these things to you guys. So I love each and every one of you guys, right? More than you'll ever know. That's why you guys are here. So
Thank you.
I look forward to suffering with you guys.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.